Welcome to next content on data analytics using Python. As part of topic 3, that is installing and getting ready with Python. So let's discuss on this topic. To learn any programming language is to practice the code by writing, rewriting and executing it. So you'll be comfortable understanding any programming language. So we will learn how to install the Python in your machine so that we can start practicing. So before proceeding, if you're in learning path about data and haven't yet subscribed for this channel, please do like and subscribe and press bell button for instant notification. So basically let's understand before installation what is Python 2 and Python 3. So the Python 2 or Python 3, these are the versions, the main versions, and you can see a lot of versions in between this. You can see like Python 2, Python 2.1, 2.2, like that you can see 3.0, 3.1, 3.2. So there are a lot of versions, and it is not only Python 2 or Python 3. So the initial version was Python 1.0. There is 1.0, 1.5 and 1.6 as well. But currently what we are using in the industry is either Python 2 or Python 3. So we are slowly transitioning towards Python 3. In that, actually the current most advanced or stable version that we have in the industry is Python 3.1.0. Fundamentally, when you are initially creating a new project or a new application, so it is better to choose a Python 3 because it's more of an advanced version in the industry, because Python 3 is little bit older version, and there is no much updates released on the Python 2 currently. And also when you're migrating from Python 2 to Python 3, like if your existing application is in Python 2 and if you want to migrate your entire code to Python 3, so there is a couple of changes that you need to take care. So that we can have a separate video to discuss, but just keep in mind that whenever you're writing a code in Python 2, that need not run exactly same, or also that code might break in Python 3. So what I mean is Python 3 is not like a backward compatible. So all the Python 2 code will not run in Python 3. So make sure that you keep in mind. So later we can discuss in detail what are the key differences between Python 2 and Python 3, so that we can understand in detail. Next, thinking about the installation of the Python. So to develop any program, so or if you want to develop any code of Python and you want to run it in your system or laptop machine, so preliminarily we need to install the Python interpreter in your machine. So maybe you are having a Linux distributed operating system or Mac OS or Windows OS. So a few of the Mac and Linux operating systems will come with a built-in pre-installed version of Python. Maybe you can basically you can upgrade the version which is already pre-installed in these machines, or you can install it by yourself from the fresh. Suppose if you are using Debian Ubuntu, so you can use this command in a Linux operating system. You can go to the command prompt in your Linux operating system and then type in the command as displayed here, so that you can start the installation. Or if you are using a Red Hat Fedora Linux, which comes with the RPM package installation, so then you can go with this M installation package. So M install Python. With this, you can install the Python in your Linux operating system. And if you're using a Windows operating system, so you can pretty much go to the Python website itself, official website. You can download it. So let's see how we can do that. So if you go on www.python.org, so you can see this homepage where you can pretty much go to the download and click on all releases. So you can see different versions that has been released so far and what is the current version. So current version is 3.1.0. And if you go to click on Windows, because as we want to install the Python in Windows, so you can pretty much see here like the Python 2, the most advanced version is 2.7.118, and for the 3.10.1. And I'll go for the latest version. Click on this, and if you go down, so you can see here the Windows installer. So since I am having a 64-bit machine, I want to download a 64-bit installer. Suppose if you are having a Windows 32-bit machine, you can pretty much download this for the installation. So this is of 26.9 MB, so it should complete very quickly. And let's start the installation by clicking on it. So I recommend check this box, add Python 3.2 your path, because otherwise you are not manually set. So if you are not setting this, you need to manually set the path. So just add this checkbox, so it will add the path by, by default. So now the installation setup is in progress. As you can see, this is a Python for Windows, and I'm installing 3.10.1, which is a 64-bit setup. So this might take a couple of minutes. As you can see, the setup is being successful. So if you are facing any difficulty in this setting up the process, so just put your comments in the comment section. So I'll try to reply there. So once after the completion is complete, you can just type in a Python. So you can see the Python 3.10 has been installed. You can just click on that. You can see it shows the Python version here, and you can get started with typing any of the command, like say print hello world. So you can see it will be able to print hello world. So that means the Python has been successfully installed in your Windows machine. And whatever we are talking about, the installation of Python here is more about the command prompt. So this command prompt is nothing but like we are just don't have a sophisticated UI or any kind of notepad so to execute your code. It is just a basic version of the programming language what you can type in and get the required output. But however, exactly what we are using today is like we are using the distributors, what we call as the distributors. So this distributors come with a whole package. So it will be having all pre-installed libraries, and it will be having a good UI to execute your code basically. And it is more of a developer friendly where you can have a sophisticated UI which developers love to code and execute. Among this, the Anaconda is one of the major Python distributor, and it is completely free for you to download it and use it in your local machine. And this is again supported in Linux, Windows machine, and Mac OS operating system as well. Basically, Anaconda comes with the latest Python version, and also it comes with all the packages, maybe data science packages, maybe the scientific calculation packages, maybe mathematical calculation packages, or UI, or the graphical representation packages. So these distributors will come as a package. So it is always recommended. I recommend to install the distributor rather than installing the Python itself. So when you are installing the distributor, so just keep in mind that no need to install the Python. So you can skip the previous step. If you're using Windows or Linux, you can just skip these steps. You can directly go to the distributor, any distributor. So the recommended distributor is Anaconda distributor, where you can go to this website and you can download and install it. So that comes with Python and its libraries, everything pre-installed, which is required for this course. So let us go to the Anaconda website, which is www.anaconda.com. This is the homepage of Anaconda website. So if you just click on Get Started, then you can go for download Anaconda installers. So as you can see, Anaconda is an open source. It includes Conda packages, which is having 7,500 set of data science and machine learning packages. Comes with a pre-installed. And if you can see here, these are like a machine learning and data science related packages. So all these packages are already pre-installed in this Anaconda Conda package what we're talking about, and it is having a graphical or data visualization libraries. So I recommend using or installing this package when you are starting this course, so that as we go on in this course we will practice in this Conda package only. So I'll just click on download because I'm having a Windows operating system here. If you're having a Linux operating system, you can choose appropriately. Basically it will ask for the registration, so just give your email ID, personal email ID, password, and confirm the password and get started. So once you get started, you can see the Anaconda installation is already started. Sorry, the download is already, you can see the Anaconda download is already started. So it is of 510 MB, so it will take a couple of minutes to download. So now the download has been completed, so you can click on the exe file to get the installation started. As you can see, the space required is 3 GB, so just make sure you have a available space. This installation may take several of minutes because it is installing, as you know, like a lot of packages, maybe Python packages, libraries pre-installed. After the installation, we are having entire package, so we need not worry about installing the again external package required for data science or any data analytics or analysis purpose. So it comes with a complete package. So let's have some patience until this get installed. Now you can see the Anaconda packages installation has been completed. So once the installation has been completed, you can just type in Anaconda in your machine, and you can see Anaconda Navigator here. As you can see, this is an Anaconda Home UI, and you can see all the base packages. It comes with everything installed, all the packages. So this is a Jupyter. So you can launch any of these from here, and you can install the more. This is a bit. I mean, we call it as a base. On top of this, you can install other packages as well. So if you want to open the Jupyter notebooks, just you need to click on launch. So if you want to install any other things which are already not there, you can go ahead and click on install. It will automatically install here. But mostly all the basic packages comes as a built-in package here. You can use a command prompt. If you want to drive it out command prompt, you can use a command prompt here. So once you click on the Jupyter notebook, so it opens, it hosts a localhost application where you can just see the Jupyter is already launched, and you can see it has a local cluster. Once you see this UI, so you can just go here, click new, and there is a Python 3 kernel. So as you can see, there is a Jupyter notebook, a new notebook which is created. You can rename it as anything that you want. And then you can start practicing the commands that you want in Python. And just click on run here, so it will execute the command. So this is the best way of practicing it instead of command prompt. So as you can see, there is a lot of good UI and a lot of options provided here. You can save it, you can edit. So there are a lot of widgets provided. So before starting this course, I recommend you to install Jupyter Notebook and get ready with this UI so that we can start practicing. Thanks for watching.